How to act when a woman ignores you. Destroy her ego. When you are ignored by a woman, discomfort and hurt are inevitable. In those moments, many people tend to react emotionally, trying to attract attention, blaming the other person, or even seeking revenge by destroying the other person's ego. However, if we approach this situation through the lens of Stoicism, the answer does not lie in manipulating or controlling the emotions of others. Instead, the important lesson is to wing yourself, without letting other people's behavior sway your equanimity and self-control. In this video, we'll explore in any situation how we need to focus on what we can control, our own mind, behavior, and reactions. When you're silent about ignoring, you send a strong message that you don't need recognition from others to feel valued. Her ego will self-destruct when faced with someone who is not controlled by emotions and expectations. This is not a psychological game, but an action that shows inner strength. Remember, true attraction comes from self-control, and when you live up to your values, worthy people will naturally come. Don't miss this important video. Watch it with us, like the video, share it with the people you love. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our latest videos. 1. Calmness is the ultimate weapon. We often encounter difficult situations, such as being ignored or treated unfairly, that trigger emotions like frustration, anger, or sadness. In moments like these, many people feel compelled to react, trying to protect their ego or demand attention. However, according to Stoic philosophy, reacting emotionally to things beyond our control only weakens our inner strength and distances us from peace. Instead, Stoicism teaches that calmness is the ultimate weapon, a sign of true power, achieved when we refuse to let the actions of others control our emotions or dictate how we respond. Inner strength. Maintaining control in every situation. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-mastery, the ability to control your mind and behavior regardless of external circumstances. What others say or do lies beyond our control. The only thing we can control is our response. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When someone ignores you, it's easy to interpret it as a personal insult or rejection. But these emotional reactions come from unrealistic expectations that others should behave according to our desires. Calmness means detaching from these expectations and understanding that your sense of worth shouldn't depend on whether others acknowledge or reject you. Silence is the most powerful response. When you're ignored or treated coldly, silence becomes a powerful tool to demonstrate your self-control. Rather than giving in to frustration or anger, choosing silence sends a message. You are not governed by fleeting emotions, and your worth doesn't depend on others' validation. For example, in relationships, whether personal or professional, many people feel the urge to beg for attention or express frustration when ignored. However, a Stoic chooses silence, focusing on what they can control, their thoughts and actions. When you don't chase attention or seek validation, you show that your inner peace is independent of anyone else's approval. Silence forces others to reflect on their actions, making it a powerful response without saying a word. Why calmness is the highest form of strength. No one can control you. When you embrace calmness, you become immune to manipulation. Others may try to provoke or ignore you, but you remain in control of your emotions. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, your mind will be calm if you don't let the actions of others disturb it. True freedom lies in self-mastery. Freedom isn't about doing whatever you want, it's about not being ruled by others' emotions or actions. Maintaining calmness in the face of adversity means you are in control of your life. This is the highest form of freedom. Knowing your happiness doesn't depend on others. Focus on what truly matters. Reacting emotionally drains your energy. Instead of getting caught up in frustration, use your energy for self-improvement and meaningful pursuits. A Stoic sees challenges as opportunities to grow stronger and more resilient. How to cultivate calmness when ignored. Accept reality. Understand that you can't control other people's emotions or behavior. Don't obsess over why someone ignores you. Accept that not everyone will act the way you expect, and that's okay. Adopt a positive mindset. Instead of seeing rejection as a personal failure, view it as an opportunity to practice patience and self-discipline. Treat these situations as exercises in emotional resilience. Focus on self-development. Channel your energy into meaningful activities. Learn new skills, pursue your goals, and build new connections. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, those who align with your values will naturally gravitate toward you. Practice silence and patience. Stay silent and wait instead of rushing to respond. Silence not only helps you stay calm, but also encourages the other person to reflect on their behavior. It signals that you are secure in yourself and don't need validation to feel complete. When someone ignores you, don't respond with anger or desperation. Instead, choose calmness and silence. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a reflection of your inner confidence and strength. By staying centered and composed, you not only protect your inner peace but also become naturally more attractive to others. True strength isn't about controlling others, it's about controlling yourself. Remember, calmness is the ultimate weapon, and once you master it, no one can harm you without your permission. 2. Develop yourself. The key to becoming a respected person. Many people chase attention and recognition, believing these will bring them confidence and a sense of self-worth. However, according to Stoic philosophy, genuine respect and attraction don't come from seeking approval or pleasing others. Instead, they emerge from becoming the best version of yourself, focusing on self-improvement and staying true to your inner values. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can control: our actions, attitudes, and personal growth. By enhancing your skills, refining your character, and staying committed to your principles, you not only cultivate confidence, but also naturally attract the respect of those around you. Self-development is a personal responsibility. One of the essential lessons of Stoicism is to focus on what you can control. You cannot force someone to like you, or seek the attention of people who don't care. However, you have the power to improve yourself each day, something entirely within your control. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Freedom and happiness begin when you learn to stop seeking validation from others." When you shift your focus from chasing others' approval to developing yourself, you embark on a meaningful journey, nurturing your intellect, skills, and character. This doesn't just boost your confidence, it helps you build a life with purpose. When you focus on self-growth rather than external validation, you become a person worthy of respect, someone who lives by their values and remains unaffected by others' opinions. True attraction comes from living by your values. In Stoic philosophy, a person's worth is measured not by how others see them, but by how they live according to their principles. When you stop seeking approval and concentrate on becoming someone you're proud of, natural attraction follows. You won't need to try to impress anyone because people will sense your confidence and integrity in your actions. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We must improve ourselves, not for others, but for our own sake." This means that true attraction doesn't come from trying to make others happy, but from the daily effort to become a better version of yourself. When you do this, the right people will naturally be drawn to you, not because you pursued them, but because you are authentically yourself, unattached to external approval. Self-development is a lifelong journey. Personal growth isn't a destination, it's a continuous process. Stoicism teaches that self-improvement is a lifelong responsibility. On this journey, it's essential to focus on different aspects of yourself. Cultivate your mind and knowledge. Strive to learn something new every day. A strong mind is the foundation of confidence and wisdom. Develop skills and competence. Improving your skills makes you more capable and independent. This provides a sense of autonomy and self-reliance. Build character and integrity. Live according to your values. Be kind, honest, and patient. Your character is what earns the genuine respect of others. Take care of your mental and emotional well-being. Maintain inner peace through mindfulness and emotional control, preventing negative emotions from overpowering you. Developing yourself is what makes you a person worthy of respect. When you live according to your values and don't rely on others for approval, you become confident, independent, and naturally attractive. True attraction comes not from seeking validation, but from becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, personal growth is a lifelong journey, one of continuous learning, improvement, and refinement. Every day is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. A A Stoic never chases recognition from others because they understand that true worth lies in how they live and act. Focus on yourself, and everything else will follow. When you become the person you aspire to be, you'll attract the right things and people into your life. And this is the essence of Stoicism. Focus on self-improvement, become a person worthy of respect, and never rely on external validation. 3. Stop chasing too hard. Show independence and confidence. Your worth does not depend on others' approval. It lies in how you live and act according to your principles. Once you understand that you don't need to chase external validation, you'll discover freedom and inner peace. Independence and confidence not only give you a sense of self-control, but also naturally attract others. A Stoic does not chase after anything excessively because they understand that what belongs to them will come at the right time. Independence as a mark of confidence. Independence doesn't mean rejecting relationships or connections, but rather not relying on them for your sense of worth. Independent and confident people don't need others to tell them they are valuable because they already know their own worth. When you stop chasing too hard and focus on living by your principles, your confidence becomes evident in everything you do. Confidence isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about having the strength to accept that not everyone will walk the same path as you. This mindset not only maintains your sense of control, but also commands respect and attracts others naturally. Attraction doesn't come from chasing after people, but from the calm and self-assured way you carry yourself. Stop chasing. Create space for natural connections. When you stop chasing too hard, you create space for relationships to grow organically. Forcing or controlling interactions rarely leads to lasting connections. Instead, freedom and ease in how you engage with others foster trust and respect. Example, in a romantic relationship, if you stop constantly texting or trying to grab the other person's attention, they will notice your independence and confidence. This can naturally spark curiosity and attraction. A Stoic understands that there's no need to hold on or chase. What is meant for you will come, and what isn't will leave. Why stopping the chase is a strength. You control your emotions. By not depending on others' approval, you become the master of your emotions. This brings you peace and inner freedom. You earn true respect. Independence and confidence earn genuine respect. People notice that you don't need them to feel complete, making you more attractive. You attract the right people. When you live by your values and don't seek approval, the right people who share your principles will naturally be drawn to you. You maintain inner peace. Calmness is the ultimate Stoic strength. When you stop chasing and let things happen naturally, you protect your peace and avoid unnecessary turmoil. Letting go of excessive chasing is a sign of strength and confidence. When you understand that your worth doesn't depend on others' approval, you'll experience freedom and inner peace. You don't need to pursue anyone or anything. What's right for you will come at the right time. Independence and confidence not only make you more attractive, but also earn the genuine respect of those around you. The right people will naturally be drawn to how you live and act. Remember, your value lies in how you live, not in how others perceive you. Stop chasing, live by your values, and let life unfold naturally. When you do this, you'll not only find peace, but also become someone others respect and admire. 4. Focus on what you can control. A core lesson from Stoicism. In life, people often feel uneasy when things don't go their way, especially when they can't control others' actions, thoughts, or emotions. Trying to change others or external circumstances often leads to frustration and exhaustion. Stoic philosophy teaches that instead of trying to control external factors, we should focus on what is within our control: our actions, thoughts, and reactions. This lesson is essential to achieving freedom and inner peace. According to Stoic philosophy, the external world is beyond our control. You can't force someone to think the way you want, love you, or act according to your expectations. Every effort to change others is futile and leaves you drained because the only thing you truly control is your own thoughts and actions. As Epictetus once said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This quote highlights that true strength lies in your ability to manage your reactions and mindset. When you stop trying to control external things, you'll have more energy to improve yourself and live more peacefully. Why trying to change others is futile. Everyone has the right to their own choices. You cannot force others to feel or act the way you want them to. Personal freedom is inviolable, and any attempt to change it will only lead to resistance. The only thing you can change is yourself. When you focus on changing others, you miss the opportunity to grow yourself. On the other hand, when you work on improving yourself, you become a better version of yourself, positively influencing those around you. Inner peace comes from acceptance. Accepting that you can't control everything is the first step toward achieving peace. When you let go of the expectation that others will change for you, you relieve yourself of unnecessary stress. Stoicism teaches that how you react to situations is where your real power lies. When something happens, the gap between stimulus and response is where you can choose how to act. This is where your strength and maturity are demonstrated. Example: if someone insults you, you don't need to respond with anger or retaliation. Instead, you can choose to remain calm and composed, showing that you are not controlled by others' words. Staying calm is not a sign of weakness. It is a powerful display of self-control. The benefits of focusing on self-improvement. Enhancing your personal skills. By shifting your energy from trying to change others to improving yourself, you develop new skills and boost your confidence. Living with purpose. Focusing on yourself helps you clarify your values and goals. You no longer rely on others' approval to feel valuable. Creating positive influence. When you grow, others around you will naturally notice the positive change. Instead of forcing change, you become an example that inspires others to follow. Maintaining inner peace. When you stop being affected by others' actions and emotions, you find inner peace. Life becomes easier when you focus only on what is within your control. Focusing on what you can control is the most important lesson in Stoic philosophy. When you stop trying to change others, and instead focus on your own reactions and growth, you'll find freedom and inner peace. You cannot control others' actions or emotions, but you can always control how you think and respond. Remember, real strength doesn't come from controlling the external world, but from mastering your inner world. When you focus on improving yourself, developing personal skills, and living by your values, you will not only find happiness, but also become a source of inspiration for others. This is the path to true freedom and a meaningful life. 5. Don't try to change others. Live true to your own values. Many people fall into the trap of trying to change others to fit their expectations and desires. However, Stoic philosophy reminds us that no one can change another person. Only they can change themselves. No one can change another person. Every individual has the freedom to choose how they live, think, and feel. You cannot force someone to change if they are not willing to do so. Stoic philosophy teaches that any attempt to control others' actions or emotions is futile. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, we cannot control the actions of others. We can only control our own reactions. When you try to change someone, you not only drain your own energy and time, but also provoke resistance from the other person. True change is an internal process. It can only happen when a person becomes self-aware and genuinely wants to change. Focus on integrity, the foundation of a meaningful life. When you focus on living with integrity and staying true to your values, you are no longer controlled by others' expectations. Integrity means being consistent with your beliefs, regardless of circumstances. It requires honesty with yourself and the ability to avoid being consumed by efforts to change people who do not want to change. Living true to your values doesn't mean isolating yourself from relationships, but rather maintaining self-control and not allowing others' actions to compromise your principles. When you demonstrate integrity, you create an atmosphere of respect and trust, a space where the right people will naturally gravitate toward you. Why trying to change others is a waste of time. Change must come from within. You cannot force someone to change if they don't want to. Lasting change comes from a person's own realization and desire to grow. Futile efforts cause frustration. Trying to change others only creates tension for both parties. This emotional exhaustion drains your joy and damages your relationships. Self-control is key. Instead of trying to control others, focus on how you respond to them. Your calm and consistent behavior is your true source of strength. The benefits of living according to your values. You attract the right people. When you stay true to your values, those who share your principles will naturally be drawn to you. You don't need to change anyone to fit into your life. You build respectful relationships. Integrity and consistency inspire respect from others. They will sense your sincerity and trustworthiness. You maintain inner peace. By not forcing others to change, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and maintain peace of mind. Life becomes easier when you focus on improving yourself. You become a positive influence. When you live by your principles, you set a positive example for others. This can inspire them to change from within, without you needing to force it. Freedom through living by your values. No one can change another person. Only they can change themselves. This is one of the most profound lessons from Stoic philosophy. When you stop trying to change others and focus on living true to your values, you will discover freedom and inner peace. You don't need to control anyone. Just control how you live and respond to the world around you. Remember that true strength lies not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. When you live with integrity, you will naturally earn respect and influence. The right people will come into your life, and those who are not meant for you will drift away. Inner peace and true happiness come from staying true to your values, not from trying to change others. Focus on self-improvement and living by your principles. When you do this, you will find joy and peace within yourself, and that is the ultimate freedom Stoic philosophy encourages us to seek. 6. Let go of expectations and live peacefully. Many people struggle with disappointment when their expectations aren't met. We expect others to treat us the way we want, or life to unfold according to our plans. Expectations are mental images of how we want things to happen. We set standards not only for ourselves, but also for others and the world around us. However, life rarely follows our plans. Each person has their own priorities, thoughts, and actions, and reality often deviates from what we envision. When expectations aren't met, we are prone to disappointment and frustration. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Don't expect events to happen the way you want them to. Expect them to happen as they do, and you will find peace." This quote reminds us that suffering doesn't come from external events, but from the way we expect them to unfold. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean abandoning your goals or dreams. Instead, it means accepting that you can't control outcomes or other people's actions. By doing so, you free yourself from unnecessary emotional burdens. When you live without excessive expectations, you become more flexible and open to what life brings. You focus on doing your best within your control without being attached to the results. Why living without expectations brings peace? You free yourself from external control. When you stop expecting things from others, you are no longer affected by their actions or attitudes. You gain control over your emotions, no matter the circumstances. You fully enjoy the present moment. Expectations keep you stuck in the future, always waiting for something to happen. By letting go of expectations, you focus on the present and appreciate what you have right now. You reduce disappointment. Disappointment only arises when expectations aren't met. When you have no expectations, you experience fewer emotional setbacks and can accept reality more easily. You become open and adaptable. Without rigid expectations, you approach life's challenges with calm and flexibility, making it easier to navigate uncertainties. Real-life examples of letting go of expectations. In a relationship, if you expect others to always understand and treat you the way you want, you'll feel hurt when they don't meet those expectations. Instead, respect their individuality and don't expect them to change for you. At work, you might expect your hard work to always be recognized and rewarded, but this isn't always the case. Instead of relying on external validation, take pride in your efforts and find joy in doing meaningful work. Expectations are the root of suffering because they make us dependent on things beyond our control. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean giving up on goals. It means learning to accept what life brings and focusing on being true to yourself. When you release the burden of expectations, you'll experience life with greater freedom and peace. Remember, true strength lies in your ability to control yourself and accept reality. When you focus on the present, live by your values, and stop forcing things to happen your way, you'll discover genuine happiness and serenity. Let life unfold naturally, and you'll realize that life becomes lighter, easier, and more meaningful. 7. Let go of expectations and live peacefully. Many people struggle with disappointment when their expectations aren't met. We expect others to treat us the way we want or life to unfold according to our plans. However, when these expectations aren't fulfilled, we experience sadness, frustration, and disappointment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that expectations are the root of suffering because they make us dependent on things we cannot control. The key to peace is to let go of expectations and focus on living true to your own values. When you release yourself from the burden of expectations, you experience life with a sense of freedom and inner peace. Why do expectations cause suffering? Expectations are mental images of how we want things to happen. We set standards not only for ourselves, but also for others in the world around us. However, life rarely follows our plans. Each person has their own priorities, thoughts, and actions, and reality often deviates from what we envision. When expectations aren't met, we are prone to disappointment and frustration. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Don't expect events to happen the way you want them to. Expect them to happen as they do, and you will find peace." This quote reminds us that suffering doesn't come from external events, but from the way we expect them to unfold. The power of letting go of expectations. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean abandoning your goals or dreams. Instead, it means accepting that you can't control outcomes or other people's actions. By doing so, you free yourself from unnecessary emotional burdens. When you live without excessive expectations, you become more flexible and open to what life brings. You focus on doing your best within your control without being attached to the results. Why living without expectations brings peace. You free yourself from external control. When you stop expecting things from others, you are no longer affected by their actions or attitudes. You gain control over your emotions, no matter the circumstances. You fully enjoy the present moment. Expectations keep you stuck in the future, always waiting for something to happen. By letting go of expectations, you focus on the present and appreciate what you have right now. You reduce disappointment. Disappointment only arises when expectations aren't met. When you have no expectations, you experience fewer emotional setbacks and can accept reality more easily. You become open and adaptable. Without rigid expectations, you approach life's challenges with calm and flexibility, making it easier to navigate uncertainties. In a relationship, if you expect others to always understand and treat you the way you want, you'll feel hurt when they don't meet those expectations. Instead, respect their individuality and don't expect them to change for you. At work, you might expect your hard work to always be recognized and rewarded, but this isn't always the case. Instead of relying on external validation, take pride in your efforts and find joy in doing meaningful work. Expectations are the root of suffering because they make us dependent on things beyond our control. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean giving up on goals. It means learning to accept what life brings and focusing on being true to yourself. When you release the burden of expectations, you'll experience life with greater freedom and peace. Remember, true strength lies in your ability to control yourself and accept reality. When you focus on the present, live by your values, and stop forcing things to happen your way, you'll discover genuine happiness and serenity. Let life unfold naturally, and you'll realize that life becomes lighter, easier, and more meaningful. In the world of Stoicism, inner strength comes not from controlling or manipulating others, but from the ability to control oneself and maintain equanimity in the face of all circumstances. When a woman ignores you, it is wise not to take revenge or destroy her ego. Instead, use the situation as an opportunity to practice patience, self-control, and self-esteem. Remember, true power lies not in controlling others, but in your ability not to let their emotions control you. When you let go of the need for attention, you free yourself from dependence. That is to subtly destroy the other person's ego. No need to confront, no need to prove anything, but simply live up to your own values. Stoics understand that peace comes from not holding on to what does not belong to them. And if a relationship doesn't bring harmony, letting go is the wisest course of action. By focusing on your own growth and training your inner strength, you not only become a more confident person, but also attract truly relevant relationships. It's the biggest win, not against others, but against yourself. Don't forget to click subscribe to our YouTube channel, click like video, write your share below the video in the comment section. Thank you, and see you in the next video.